and you will see the images from when it comes out of the toilet. It is put in this big vat and it heated up by the sun such that it heats up the waste, and therefore the bacteria ferments it, and then it is transported and becomes a compost. So I am in an eco village called Unah Piracanga, and we just had a tour, and it was a pretty extensive tour, and they thrive on permaculture. And the images that you will see will explain how they process human waste. It's called the dry toilet, how they process urine, and all of it is done in a certain manner that in the end it goes back to the earth. Permaculture. And you will see the images from when it comes out of the toilet. It is put in this big vat and it heated up by the sun such that it heats up the waste, and therefore the bacteria ferments it, and then it is transported and becomes a compost. They also do the same thing with food waste and for the urine. The urine flows into a vat where there are bananas around, and the bananas absorbs the urine and processes the water out of the urine, and it goes out into the air. As you very well know, plants produce oxygen, and all of these wastes are in the form of carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is released back into the air as oxygen and carbon. So that is pretty much the philosophy of this place. Of course, there's more to it. They have 60 people working here. It was started many years ago, over 20 years ago, by Europeans who came here to start this eco village, but then they all left, and now it is handled by the locals. The locals, who a few of them have turned entrepreneurs. 60 people now work in this eco village. The water is clean. They do not allow any products to be used that is not biodegradable. They have a laboratory of plants which produces their own soaps, their own shampoos, their own lotions, not only to be utilized here, but to be bought by their guests. They will not, however, ship it because it costs money to ship, and they are not going to use plastic. They only use glass. They also have a section where they have transformed the plastic into a plastic block, or glass into a glass block, and then they pour some form of, I didn't quite get what it was, and then it becomes a wall, the wall of the house. It is not quite adobe of Peru, because the adobe is Peru uses grass and uses the ground. This uses recyclable materials as plastic and glass, and it is used to build the walls of their buildings. The water, I didn't quite get how it is drinkable, but it is drinkable, and it is the only place left here in Brazil where the water is drinkable. The river nearby is very clean, and pretty much that is the philosophy of this area. They are vegan, so when you come here, all the food is vegan. This is composted later. Easier to compost because there is no meat. It is also healthier for us human beings. So essentially, this place is highly sustainable by itself. It requires a lot of devotion. It requires a lot of work. There are people who live here just because they want to live here. There are people who work here, but they live in surrounding areas. They also have a school, Escola Natureza, and there are around 25 children of different ages, from 3 to 14, something like that. Their philosophy of teaching is not quite the teaching that we find or they find in their universities, where they are fed with information for you to memorize. Much rather, they educate the children by critical thinking, so that when the children go out into the world, they can pretty much process knowledge, I think, better than just memorizing. So they also have, and you will see later, a gym, and you probably see now, their own gym, which is also natural and just like in TV. And that is about it. There is internet, but not as strong. Everything is run by solar. Each hut here has a solar system. There is a surrounding hut or two, maybe 4 rooms or 6 rooms, and in the middle there would be the toilet and the shower. I think that's about it. I hope that the tour guide, of course, will be more comprehensive, but I'm just putting this all in a nutshell. So come visit Unah Piracanga. I thought it was a little bit too rough when I first arrived, but now, having seen this place and having seen the ocean very nearby, it is very, very beautiful. For someone who wants to connect with yourselves, for someone who wants to connect with nature, for someone to appreciate and understand purity, you should come to this place. The Eco Village of Unah Piracanga. Cut. Beautiful does not mean vanity beauty, vanity beautiful. It means living a beautiful life. When you receive that thought with anxiety, when you perceive that thought with anxiety, then it is not God speaking to you. It is not the universe speaking to you. But if it comes in peace, and you will know that it is in peace, just as I feel I am in peace right now, I can't quite describe it, then you know that that is the right message.